over at a friend's house. I'm going to show you how you can cook at home, following along one of these cooking assignments. Even if you are a ConnectEd student and you never stepped foot on campus, you just can't quite make it, you can still cook. Now, granted, sometimes it's going to be a bit of a challenge. You may not have the right tools. You may not have the right ingredients. There's all kinds of reasons why you may not be able to participate fully in making the exact thing that we're doing at school. That's okay. Let's say you don't have exactly the right stuff and you go, oh no, I can't cook. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to supercook.com and you can put in the ingredients that you have at your house. You can just plug them in. Open up your fridge, see what you got. Open up your cupboards, see what you got. It's going to churn out a ton of recipes based on what you have on hand. Find something that's pretty close to what we're doing, make that and submit it along with the new recipe that you're following, and that'll be fine. So I don't want you to freak out about that. And if for some reason you can't cook at all, because the last time you cooked, you set the kitchen on fire or something, I don't know. But you couldn't cook at all, that's still okay. There is a written assignment that you can do in lieu of cooking for every assignment. So I know that you may not want to write, but if you can't cook, don't freak out. It's not going to hurt your grade. Now, before I get started on showing you how to do this, a couple of quick reminders, 3 of them that are very important. Number 1, don't ever cook completely at home by yourself without anyone in the house. Don't ever do that. Don't never, ever do that. If something were to happen to you, someone needs to be in the house to know. Number 1. Number 2, always clean up after yourself. Do not leave a mess in your kitchen for your mom and say, I couldn't do anything about it because it's for school. No. Clean up after yourself. You made the mess, you clean up after it. And 3, when you are getting ready to cook, I do not need a 7-hour-long video. I just want a video of you cooking. So get all your supplies ready early. In a second, I'm going to show you my supplies are all set out. My mise en place is all set out. Do not show me a video with 45 minutes of you hunting for olive oil. That will make me very irritable. Plus, it'll take forever to upload. But once you got all your ingredients set up, find a small amount of space on your counter. You don't need a huge television studio to do this thing. I've only got maybe 2 feet by maybe 3 feet. This whole counter, it's real small. I'm going to cook everything right here, just to show you that it can be done. Set up your laptop right next to where you're going to be doing most of the work, and then you're going to angle the camera down. But first, follow along those same steps that I showed you earlier to open up the Canvas Studio. It's on the right-hand side. You just click on the little button. It looks like a TV screen with 3 squiggly legs. Click on Canvas Studio. It's going to show you up in the upper right-hand corner, Record. You want to click on that. Click on Record. Now it's going to say Screen Capture or Webcam Capture. And you're going to think to yourself, well, this is a webcam situation, right? No, it's not. This is one of the many ways that Canvas seems to be smart, but is actually kind of stupid. Instead, you're going to click on Screen Capture. If it's the first time that you've ever done it, it's going to load a screen capture and it's going to come down to your laptop. This is really important because if it doesn't do that, if you don't record it directly to your laptop and something happens while you're recording and you lose your connection, your Wi-Fi goes down, your little brother kicks the Wi-Fi router, your little brother kicks the, I don't know, your Wi-Fi goes down while you're recording, you'll lose the entire thing. It happened to me twice. And I got very frustrated and angry, and I said naughty words, of which I am not proud. What it's going to do is it's going to show up here. It's going to say, what do you want to record as? You want to record as your webcam. And you're going to click on webcam. There's a little record button down there. It says 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to tilt that baby down. So the screen is pointing at where my hands are going to go. Good? Good. Quick pause, then we're going to start. So before I start cooking, I want to remind you that it is perfectly acceptable to have your family in the kitchen with you while you're cooking, as long as, they're not necessarily in your way. And I understand if you're going to have family interruptions or the dog jumps up on the counter. Do not worry about that. I'm here not to judge your cooking. This is about me trying to provide some guidance while you're learning at home. So do not think that I'm going to be judging you. I'm not. Because you haven't seen my house, and seriously, it's crazy. I got my fake mom with me. She's going to be helping me out with the recipe. It is completely okay to have your real mom or fake mom at home helping you out with the recipe. These things are acceptable because what I'm interested in doing is seeing what your hands can do. If somebody is feeding you the recipe and explaining what to do next, that's okay. Okay? Let's get started. First, I'm going to zip through the collection of all my ingredients. They're over here. This is called the mise en place. Everything's in its place. I got all my food right over here. I got all of my dry ingredients right here. Dry ingredients are, again, those things that don't need to be refrigerated. Could be a test question. It's a test question. Okay, let's begin with whipping our egg whites. I can do this two ways. My fake mom has a beater. I'm going to be using the beater. This recipe calls for, I believe, 2 large egg whites. What do you do with the leftover yolks? Well, if you have an annoying little brother, you can put them in his breakfast cereal. And he'll be grossed out, and it'll be fun for me. Or you shouldn't do that because it's wrong. But it's funny. So I'm going to put these egg whites right over here in front of the screen. Lovely. Oh, you know what? I'll do this one here so you can actually see me do it. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go like this some more. Bounky, bounky, bounk. Just like that. And it goes. I wish I had an apron. I miss my apron. So this recipe calls for the egg whites to be beaten to stiff white peaks. These are almost stiff white peaks. I'm looking for it to get a little bit more glossy. Now, the only way you would know that is if you had followed along when I was doing a demonstration of one of these recipes, or if you were doing it with one of our other chef instructors. We're demonstrating a recipe. That's why it's important to take good notes during a demonstration. Good? This is almost ready, not quite. Just like that. It went from being not ready to ready. See how the peaks changed? Sticking straight up and down now. I can hear someone saying already. I can hear them saying, "But Chef, I don't have a handheld mixer. What if I have to make egg whites?" Well, here's the thing. You could use a whisk. Would it take a long time? Yes. Would your arm get tired? Yes. Would you survive? Yes. We can all beat egg whites by hand. This just makes life easier. Now I got my egg whites. We'll stick those off to the side. We're going to shred some zucchini. Hey, fake mom, how much zucchini do I need?
3/4 pound.
3/4 of a pound? How am I going to measure 3/4 of a pound, fake mom? We don't have a scale. Now, this is where you're going to have to do some thinking. You can look at the package and go, it almost always tells you how much is in it. This is 24 ounces. How many ounces are in a pound? 16. So this is a pound and a half. If I need, how many ounces again?
3/4. 3/4 of a pound, so you need 12 ounces.
3/4 of a pound. What a weird way to have it in a recipe. That's really odd. But that is 3/4 of a pound is 12 ounces. If this is 24 ounces, that means that 2 zucchinis are half of that, right? I know you hate math. I sometimes hate math, but you can handle this. So this recipe calls for 2 zucchinis, medium size. And this one is on the floor. No, it's not. I'm going to trim the tops and the bottoms, and then I'm going to do a quick bit of shredding.
You gonna wash it?
Of course. So I'm going to put my grater right in front of the screen so that I can watch what I'm doing. Zucchini's going everywhere. Just flying. It's flying. We tried to do zucchini fritters for a competition last year. You remember that? Did not work out so well. These, by the way, are not called zucchini fritters. They come from Greece. And the name is so hard that me and a full-grown adult who was not me have practiced the name and we still can't get it right. It's Kolokotikofetides, which is still not right, but it's close. Kolokotikofetides. They're zucchini fritters. The name is like 18 letters long. I don't think that anyone should have 18 letters in their name. Personal rule. So my zucchini goes in first, like I saw. I'm gonna get all that delicious zucchini in there. Hey look, a baby zester. I did not even know that was there. What else goes in? I know some panko breadcrumbs go in.
2 scallions, very thinly sliced.
I love scallions. Quick reminder, there is a paper towel underneath my cutting board to keep it from sliding around. Make sure you do that. Quick side note. Want to get a good score? Make sure your camera isn't angled at dirt on the counter. That's gross. Wipe it down, please. All right, let's do some scallions. I think this recipe calls for 2? 2 scallions. Very thinly sliced. What an excellent opportunity, fake mom, for me to demonstrate my knife skills. You'd have to bring that all the way over here.
Wishy-washy, wishy-washy.
I think, is that like my fake mom's motto? In go the scallions. How much panko breadcrumbs?
1 tablespoon chopped parsley.
Quarter cup. So this is one of those times where you might have to do substitutions. Let's say you go to Walmart and you're making a recipe for me and you can't find panko breadcrumbs, which are Japanese breadcrumbs that are made with rice flour. They're wonderful because they stay crispy for a really, really long time. And you get regular breadcrumbs. That's okay. Just make a note when in your submission, I made it with panko breadcrumbs because I didn't have the regular thing. Cool? Good. Look at your finger. That sounds bad. I don't want to look at your finger. You got a scary finger. 1/4 cup panko breadcrumbs. What else goes in here?
A tablespoon of chopped parsley and a tablespoon of chopped mint.
We are using some fresh, right from Mom's garden. Fake Mom. Real Mom doesn't have this growing. And I still have some mint from the last time that we tried to videotape things and were unsuccessful. Still smells delicious. Boink. And you said how much? A tablespoon. I don't need all of it, so I'm going to take that out. La la la, la la la. You know, it's my birthday on Monday, Fake Mom.
Yes, I know.
I'm getting older pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
I'll have to move out. I mean, not right away, of course. I mean, honestly, I could probably do my own laundry now, but I don't wanna. In goes our fresh herbs. We got some mint and we got some parsley. Very traditional Greek recipes, by the way. Go ahead, what's next?
And then a teaspoon of dried oregano.
A teaspoon of dried oregano. There you are, Mr. Teaspoon. And then, bonk.
And then 2 ounces of Manchego cheese.
Oh. Another one of those times where if you don't have a scale at home and you bought your Manchego, oops, sorry, too fast. If you bought your Manchego and you're like, oh no, I need 2 ounces of this, then you're gonna have to do some real simple math. This particular Manchego is, I believe it's 10 ounces. Let me pull out the glasses, I'll check. It is 10 ounces. So if I only need 2 ounces, then I need slightly less than 1/4. Not a completely less than 1/4, but slightly less. And that's just gonna have to be sort of eyeballing it. I'm not expecting you to get a digital scale or a balance beam or something for an at-home cooking recipe. So, if you need a slightly less than 1/4, imagine where the half line is. Go over a little bit. That's going to give you your 1/4. Then go over just a touch. And that's going to give you about 2 ounces. We're back over to our little grater here. Hey, aren't you going to clean it? No. It's going right in there with the rest of the zucchini. Why would I bother doing that? What a waste of energy and time. Now, when you are grating things like this, please be careful. If you go too fast, these little sharp little blades will catch your fingers. And your mom is going to call me and say, Chef Bates, why did you make my kid grate off his hand? And I'll say, your kid is dumb. Never said do that. Now, I won't say that out loud. That's what I'll be thinking, though. There. In goes the Manchego. It's probably not pronounced that way. I'm probably going to get, somebody's going to email me, Chef, it's Manchego, or it's Manchego. All right, we got everything in. Let's wipe down our counter real quick. And then we got what?
2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour.
All-purpose flour. Then I think probably salt and pepper.
1/2 to 1 teaspoon kosher salt, depending on the cheese you're using. Manchego is less salty.
So, salt and pepper.
So closer to 1 teaspoon.
A little bit of flour. Salt and pepper. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Now, salt and pepper is to taste. When you're doing a salt and pepper to taste, start off light. You can always add more later on. I'm putting in about 1/2 of a teaspoon, and I am putting in a good 4 or 5 grains of black pepper. Now we're going to give this a quick little toss around, a little toss-a-do. I don't need anything fancy for this. A spoon will do the trick. See? It's so delicious. I will give extra credit to anyone who can tell me what the flour is for. Why would you add flour to this? Take Mom. Do 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 do. Why add flour? Ba do 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 do. Boom. No, no, ma'am. It is not to make it higher in carbs.
So make it all turn into a solid unit.
You would think so. Not so much. It's actually because what's the binding is the egg whites, and egg whites won't stick to something that's wet. So the flour is actually coating the zucchini so the egg has something to stick to.
I'll be hornswoggled.
Fun. Are you hornswoggled?
Yes.
Now I'm going to switch over to a spatula for the folding of the egg white. The recipe recommends I just dump the egg whites right on top, if I'm not mistaken.
Whip the egg whites in an even bowl. Fold egg whites into the zucchini mixture.
Yes, ma'am. So we're going to just put it right on top of the top. And we're going to fold this in without losing as little amount of that volume as possible, because we want it to still be as fluffy as we can get. Not sure how to fold? That's definitely a thing that you want to check your recipe notes for. It involves cutting the spatula straight down the middle and scoop it up the side. Straight down the middle, scoop it up the side. Tilt the bowl. And if you've done this correctly, the egg whites are going to almost completely disappear. See? Don't overmix. All the air that was in your egg whites is going to disappear. That'll be horrible. Next up, we're going to get ready to fry. Put that over here next to you. Get you going on. First, we got to make some dip. Dip is delicious. I love dip.
Yes.
We're going to make a yogurt dip. In order to make that yogurt dip, we're going to bring ourselves over a little tiny little bowl, and we're going to take 1 cup of yogurt. It is oikos, another Greek product. Everything we're doing today is Greek. Whenever you're making a dip with yogurt in it, and you see the whey that's separated off into the top, pour that off, please. Pour it just right down the sink, and dump in all of your yogurt. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. For those of you in Culinary 2, we're going to be making some yogurt this year. Cool, huh? I know. And then capers. Tablespoon.
1/4 cup drained paper.
A whole 1/4 of a cup. And you said 1/4 of a cup drained?
1/4 cup drained.
Lovely. These are packaged in brine. I don't know why I said that, but they are. No, they're not pickled. Pickling is an entirely different process. These me. I love capers. That's okay. That's why I don't teach reading, because I don't know any of those answers. Yep, right behind me. Ooh, yeah. Yum. Easiest dip ever. See it? Mmm. We're going to set this off to the side and let the flavors meld. I know. But I don't know that everybody has a blender, honey. trying to make what they can make. All right, we're over at the oven, and now we get to do the cooking. Tilt your camera down just a little bit. Heck, you could even put it up on a stand if you wanted. I've got this set up. I've got a little bit of my vegetable oil right here. We're going to put just a couple tablespoons down into the bottom, like so. Just enough to barely coat the bottom of the pan. Because this cast iron skillet's going to get really, really hot, I'm going to take a little pot hander and I'm just going to set it right there for myself. That way it reminds me that the pan's hot, which is a smart thing to know. And I'm going to use one regular old spoon to ladle out my dumplings. Okie dokie. So, we got some fritters cooking down there in that pan. I got my station right over here set up for draining. See? Little draining pan. That way I don't get oil all over the counter. And they are good to go. They're already starting to get brown. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. And there's got a couple batches. This doesn't have to be as hard as you might be thinking it is. It's okay to have fun with it. Honestly, I have fun with it. Now, granted, I might be having dad fun, and I don't know that dad fun is going to be cool fun like you want to have, because you're cool. Yeah. Got a little spatula. And I'm just going to turn her over. Ooh, she's going to need quite a bit of time to start getting some color. Whenever you're frying something, it's good after it's had a couple seconds to set, about 30-40 seconds to set in the oil. Just take a spatula and give it a nice light little slide right underneath the product to make sure it's not sticking. Because when it moves around, that means you'll get a nice, even, golden brown and delicious, also known as GBD. It's not sticking together nearly as much as I thought they were. I thought that they would stick together like a lot. Maybe it's not enough egg whites. Maybe the zucchini was a little bit big because we couldn't measure it. Don't know. Smells good though. Oh, that's pretty. I like you. You can come home with me. You're a good second choice. You know how when you're dating it's important to have second choices.
Always.
Let me see. Let's show you what's going on. Oh, there we go. Check that out. Pretty, huh? Can you hear that sound? That's the sound of delicious. They take on color slow. I like that about them. I think I'm going to put your appetizer on this plate. Now, most restaurants right now hate using parsley as a garnish. They hate it. They hate it. You will almost never find parsley used as a garnish on a plate anywhere. And if you do go to a restaurant and you see parsley being used as a garnish, please feel free to ask for the executive chef and ridicule them mercilessly. However, Fake Mom only has parsley, so that's what we'll be using. I would prefer like some fresh julienne mint. That would be a great garnish. Maybe some capers out of the brine. That would be a nice garnish. But whenever you're getting ready to plate, think about garnish. Think about making it look good. Oh, there we go. You are now pretty. Don't listen to them when they're bullying you. You're pretty. Gotta talk to your food. You know? Kind of like talking to houseplants, but less creepy. When you are satisfied with your results, and let's pretend like we're not going to just keep on cooking. Although once the video turns off, I'm going to keep on cooking. But let's pretend this is it. I'm going to give these just a nice light little pat with the paper towel. We're doing that so that they're not going to be shiny with grease on the top, because that would be, you know, gross. I mean, no one, except for very gross people, want to eat piles of grease because they're nasty. And we're going to take our delicious little fritter. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one right here. And I'm going to put a third one right here. And then I'm going to set one off by himself, because he's a loner. He's a lone wolf. He goes his own way. You know what I'm talking about. And then we're going to put a little bit of the dipping sauce right off to the side. Now, if you were looking at the recipe right now, you would go, that's supposed to be sent through a food processor. But I know a lot of students aren't going to have food processors. So what do you do then? Well, you whisk it as best you can with a whisk. And you say, didn't have a food processor. You're going to say, in other words, what I'm trying to get at, it's very straightforward. If you don't have something, it's okay not to have it. Just, you're going to have to figure out how to move forward even though you don't. Okay, I hope that this was helpful, beginning to end. Right now, I'm going to hit stop on this recording, and then I'm going to hit upload. And it's going to go to directly into Canvas, ready for me to submit in an assignment if I need it, or I can put it in an assignment for you, which is what I'm going to do. So, all right, have fun cooking, be safe, clean up after yourself, be nice to your little brother. You know, he needs you to be nice to him, because you really do make his life difficult. I'm just saying. Okay? All right. Bye. So, I clicked review and done, and the next thing that's going to happen is it's going to flip around and it's going to show me an upload screen. I'm going to give it a title, and I'm going to call that title test. No, I'm not. I'm going to call it, how do you spell that? K-A-L A-F
K-O-L-O
K-O-L-O
K-I-T-O
K-I-T-O
K-E-F
K-E-F
T-E-D
T-E-D
E-S.
E-S. And then I'm going to click upload. And right now, you'll automatically see that it's uploading to Studio. If we lose Wi-Fi right now, that video is on my laptop, and it was still saved. If it wasn't helpful, you know, I'm going to post a bunch of links. I hope this was helpful for Canvas help articles, and you can read one of those. So I cleaned up the kitchen, and it's like maybe it's like Godzilla was walking by and the whole world went. Then like maybe 25 minutes to clean up, maybe not even that long, probably 10, 15. I cooked up with the rest of the zucchini fritters, the colocotacotippities. The zucchini fritters. And like you know, you get usually a little bit of extra credit when you get some feedback from your family. So my fake mom is going to give it some feedback. And when we're talking about feedback, we're actually asking about how does it taste? What do you think of the color? Do you think that you got close to the recipe? Would you want to eat it again? Would you want to serve it to somebody else for a special occasion? That is the range we want to go. I liked it, but I don't want to eat it again. Doesn't necessarily mean you made it wrong. It might just be that your family has horrible broken taste buds. Just broken. Sad. So, fake mom, come over here and eat one of these. Not that fake mom, the real fake mom, just without your face. Because she hasn't signed a model release agreement yet. Oh. Here you go, fake mom. Shove it in. All at once. That one's got a big old hunk of cheese on it. You can see it melting off this. Aww. Did you burn your little baby fingers?
Shut up.
Your bubble fingers? Oh, side note.